স্যার কি বেরিয়ে গেল নাকি রে? হ্যাঁ তো না, স্যার আছে। স্যার শুনতে পাচ্ছেন?
হ্যালো, হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ
স্যার।
স্যার শোনা যাচ্ছে, বলুন।
শোনা যাচ্ছে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
প্রেজেন্টেশন দেখতে পাচ্ছে তো?
হ্যাঁ
ওকে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।
Any problem? Please ask me. Please inform me also. So last class discuss about the antimicrobial agents or the antibiotics, which are the most commonly used and commonly misused of the drugs, and it is the essential component for the daily life of the any types of disease and the disorders. So last class I think these are the discovery and the classification mechanism makes. If any question, please ask me. To disrupt or to destroy the cell wall, because the cell wall is the outer membrane of the microorganism. That's why it will be break down and destroy and immediately kill the microorganism. So you can prevent or inhibit the growth of the microorganism. Next one, the inhibition of the protein synthesis of chloramphenicol, erythromycin, and tetracycline. Basically, in our nucleic acid, the copy of nucleic acid by the DNA to DNA, that is by replication, and another is the DNA to RNA, it is called the transcription, and transcription after translation, the protein, the desired protein will be formed. So the protein is the essential component. Please me unmute, mute your of the students. If you transcription after the protein synthesis will be occurred, and this protein is essential for our the life, so that protein will be inhibited by this type of antibiotics, say for example chloramphenicol, erythromycin, tetracycline, and streptomycin. Oh sorry, the streptomycin is not the protein synthesis. Oh, 30s ribosome, okay. So they are inhibit the protein synthesis. If the protein is not, so if the protein synthesis is not occurred, ultimately the death of the organisms. Another is the enzymatic activity. In case of biochemistry, in case of pharmacology, I discussed with you the Enzyme one of the key factor for the different types of disease and the disorder. So in that case, the enzymatic synthesis of the essential component sometimes inhibit the enzyme inhibition, inhibit the enzyme synthesis, or sometimes block the enzyme synthesis, or sometimes it is prevent the enzymatic or it by the competitive or by the non-competitive enzyme inhibition. So the inhibition of synthesis of essential metabolites of sulfonamides and trimethoprim, the great example for this type of compounds. Inhibition of the nucleic acid replication and transcription, quinolines and rifampicins. Under the quinolines, ciprofloxacin, ofloxacin, levofloxacin, these are the drugs basically DNA guidase inhibitor to inhibit the synthesis of nucleic acid of bacteria, not in the human nucleic acid. And injury to plasma membrane by the polymyxin B. So these are the very important mechanism of action by which the antibiotic act on the particular microorganisms and ultimately to inhibit the growth and kill the microorganisms. So basically, we are choosing these antibiotics. Especially you can see there are some numbers of category of microorganism, and that types of microorganism you know it from the microbiology and their pathophysiology. Ultimately, you can choose the antibiotic, very effective antibiotics for this particular microorganisms, microbial source of the antibiotics, because antibiotics are the substances which is synthesized from the one microorganism and which are used or kill the another microorganism. So for example, gram-positive rods, Bacillus subtilis for the production of the bacitracin, and Bacillus polymyxia for the polymyxin, actinomycetes, these are the group of Streptomyces nodosus, amphotericin B, ভালো করে লাগা, done. Streptomyces venezuela for the chloramphenicol. Chloramphenicol is produced from the Streptomyces venezuela, and chlortetracycline and tetracycline is the Streptomyces aureofaciens. Erythromyces, this is very important to remember it. At least this is the very common, but then hundreds of antibiotics is available and the different microorganisms, but these are the common microorganisms which are synthesized for the very common antibiotics. So be careful, be remember it in your life. Erythromycin, Streptomyces erythraceus, neomycin, Streptomyces phadia, streptomycin by Streptomyces griseus, gentamicin, Micromonospora purpura. Another is the fungi, the cephalothin. It is a cephalosporin species, Chrysophalbin, Penicillium, Chrysophalbum, Penicillin, Penicillium notatum. This Penicillium notatum, actually, the first Alexander Fleming who discovered it, the penicillin from the fungus Penicillium notatum. But remember it and write down the papers. The penicillium, this is the first source of penicillin from the Penicillium notatum. It is a fungus, but nowadays at present penicillin is synthesized source is the commercial source is the Penicillium chrysogenium. Write down this again, repeat you. Penicillium chrysogenium is the commercial source of the penicillin. Write down. Penicillium chrysogenium is the commercial source, but Penicillium notatum source is the only the fastest penicillin which are synthesized collected from the Penicillium notatum. But the Penicillium chrysogenium is the commercial, basically high yielding source of penicillin. Next, the antibiotic spectrum of the activity. Because we heard so many times it is a broad spectrum, narrow spectrum, which are activity. The spectrum of activity of the antibiotics and the other antimicrobial drugs in case of prokaryotic and in case of eukaryotic also. In case of prokaryotic, which type of microorganism? They are basically classified into few groups of. You can remember the general criteria of few groups of, you can choose the particular antibiotics for these particular microorganisms. Number one, the mycobacteria. Generally, they produce the leprosy and tuberculosis. Gram-negative bacteria in this class, so many compounds, the E. coli to different compounds, and gram positive. So in case of mycobacteria and gram negative bacteria, we remember very, very useful information regarding the choice of antibiotics. Mycobacterium and the gram negative bacteria, only you can use the streptomycin, or especially in case of microbacteria, basically the tuberculosis, the isoniazid is the drug of choice. If isoniazid or the streptomycin, these are the drug of choice for these particular microorganisms. So in case of tuberculosis, isoniazid and any others anti-tubercular drug and streptomycin, their spectrum is broad. Not only the microbacterium lepra, microbacterium tuberculosis, but also the gram negative bacteria. These are the spectrum. Next, in case of gram positive bacteria, only the penicillin is effective. Under this gram positive bacteria, so many bacteria, but if the gram positive bacteria, you just use the penicillin, is undoubtedly it is used for the and recover the gram positive bacterial infection by penicillin. Another is the tetracycline. It is also broad spectrum antibiotic. They are used for gram negative bacteria, gram positive bacteria, chlamydia and rickettsia. Rickettsia, only one disease you can remember it, rickettsial disease, typhoid. Is Salmonella typhi. It is a rickettsial types of microorganism. It is not a gram positive, not a gram negative, not a microbacteria. It is a gram negative rickettsial type of microorganism. But tetracycline is used for this type of gram positive as well as the gram negative as well as the chlamydia and the rickettsia. But tetracycline having some toxicity in case of, especially in case of pregnant and the children, that's why they are not used. But once a time tetracycline is used for the different types. So nowadays in the corona also doxycycline is the group of tetracycline group of. Here is the asterisk, the growth of the bacteria frequently occurred in the macrophages and the tissue culture and increase the obligate the interaction. Next, another, this is the case of prokaryotic. Another eukaryotic types of microorganism like fungi, protozoa, helminths. Fungi, ketoconazole, griseofulvin, amontin in case of fungal infection. In case of protozoal, mefloquine, that means protozoal infection. And so very, very useful information coming from this slides. The protozoal types of disease, you can remember it is a malaria. Which is the drug? Mefloquine, paraquine, pyrimaquine, chloroquine, all are the anti-protozoal drugs. Another is a helminths or niclosamide, tapeworm, hookworm, those type of, you can use the praziquantel or the albendazole, memendazole, these are the drug. These three are the eukaryotics and these are the prokaryotics. And under these prokaryotics, which group of drugs are used very, very clearly. Suppose one example, suppose 1 gram positive bacteria which produce some infection, you use either penicillin or use streptomycin or used by the tetracycline. So generally the quack doctor generally use the broad spectrum antibiotic, because if there is a in case of any types of infection, tetracycline can use it and recover it. But here it is a very specific in case of fungus, the ketoconazole and the protozoa. In case of malaria, then that means anti-malaria drug, mefloquine, chloroquine, chloroquine sulfate, primaquine, all are. And in case of helminths or creamy, tapeworm, roundworm, these are the treated by the anti-health, albendazole, memendazole, and praziquantel flux. Another is the virus. This is the most life-threatening as well as the very uncontrolled disease by virus. And few drugs are available in the market as a selective antiviral drugs acyclovir, one of the most important drugs for the varicella zoster, or in case of measles, or in the case of AIDS, they are the HIV virus. And another most selective antiviral drugs for the AIDS treatment is the Zidovudine. And in case of coronavirus also, another antiviral drug. Who is the name of the antiviral drugs? Generally used, but not still this definite use for this particular drug, but it is used. So no antibiotic is effective against all microorganisms. So be careful. The selective antibiotic is used for the selective microorganisms. The class and the antibiotics and their production. So here one example even given here, just like you can remember it. The beta-lactam antibiotic is, for example, penicillin group of and the cephalosporin group. Example, penicillin G, cephalothin, and the biological source is the Penicillium notatum and the cephalosporin acremonium, and the spectrum of activity is the gram-positive bacteria, and mode of action obviously inhibit the cell wall synthesis, or especially the peptidoglycan, which is the main component of the cell wall synthesis, and this peptidoglycan is not synthesized by the beta-lactam antibody, so it can inhibit the growth of the cell wall as well as kill the microorganisms. Another is the semi-synthetic beta-lactam, amoxicillin, ampicillin, and their wide broad spectrum than the original penicillin. Gram positive as well as the gram negative inhibit the cell wall synthesis. Another is the clavulanic acid. Nowadays there are so many preparation. Clavulanic acid with the amoxicillin, clavulanic with the cephalosporin, because it is a potentiation action or augmentin in the clavulanic acid, augmentin the clavulanic acid with plus or with amoxicillin, Streptomyces clavigenesis, and the gram positive as well as the gram negative bacteria inhibit the bacterial beta lactamase. In the monobactam, this is another broad spectrum antibiotic in this class, Azothriinum, and the Chromobacterium variolacum, and the gram positive and the gram negative bacteria. So it is another class is the aminoglycoside, basically the streptomycin, gentamicin. These are the class. Streptomycin griseus, gram positive and the gram negative bacteria inhibit the translation of the protein synthesis. Glycopeptides, lincomycin, macrolide, erythromycin, and azithromycin. Streptomyces erythraceus, it is used for the gram positive bacteria and gram negative. So I request you can remember it, this type of drugs which is very useful and very selective for this particular microorganisms, and you can use it. Undoubtedly it is useful and treatment for this particular disease by this mechanism. You can remember it because it will be better for drug of choice if their mode of action is So another is the class of these drugs. Now the factors in the antibiotic selection. What are the factors to choose the antibiotic selection? You can see just in the previous slide, one antibiotic used for the different microorganism. Say for example, in the broad spectrum antibiotic which are used for the gram positive as well as the gram negative bacteria. But which is the selective? How to select? Which is the perfect for this particular person? There's so many factors you can have in your mind. After that you can apply for the particular antibiotics. Number one is the spectrum. What is the spectrum? It is a narrow spectrum or the broad spectrum. Which is chosen? Generally, if the narrow spectrum is and selective, it is better. If it not identified, if the disease is identified at that time, you can use the selective narrow spectrum antibiotic. But when the disease is not identified or not diagnosed, at that condition you use the broad spectrum, or in the case of severity or in the case of post-operative case, you can use the broad spectrum antibiotics. Another second one is the tissue penetration. This is also very important. Suppose the drug having the good pharmacological activity but having no tissue penetration power. So before that, to selection of the antibiotics must be penetrate to the tissue. particular tissue where the infection will be occurred. So in that case, the tissue penetration activity of this particular antibacterial agent must be known. Otherwise, it will be a problem if you use it, but there is no action. Antibiotic, another most important factor is the antibiotic resistance. Now is the huge problem in case of India, not only the India, all of the third world country, there is a antibiotic resistance. How it will be formed? There is two mechanism, one the genetic mechanism, another the microorganism itself to produce some resistance. So it is a big issue in case of antibiotic resistance. Generally, it will be occurred to not complete the courses, because some of the patient having some doctor some prescribe that antibiotics for the in case of the cephalosporin is ciprofloxacin 500 mg bd pc, মানে daily দুটো করে into 5 days, but after 2 days the জ্বর or fever, the infection will be recovered. So at that condition, generally patient or people, poor people or sometimes the literate people also to stop the drugs, so stop the antibiotics. So in that condition, there are low concentration. Again in the favorable condition, the microorganism will be regain and generate, and that condition, that type of microorganism which are resistant particularly for this ciprofloxacin. So this type of happening is nowadays in the basically in the third world country. Basically it is done by the quack doctor or unliterate doctor. Generally they are prescribed the broad spectrum. Another is that they are generally use the broad spectrum antibiotic because they know the broad spectrum can use to undefined or undiagnosed portion. So be careful the antibiotic resistance, and it is not a problem in India, not a problem Bangladesh, Pakistan, but a problem in the whole of the world. So be serious, otherwise it will be a great problem in future. Any antibiotic not effective. Suppose you can use in their life in the healthy children, at that time you use some broad spectrum activity or a highest grade of antibiotic, but after a certain disease will occur, it will be resistant, then no other antibiotic available in your hands to apply for them. Another is the safety profile. Obviously any medicine, their safety profile is very important, otherwise it is not administered to the body. So be careful their safety measures, which antibiotic is safe for this particular, because patient having sometimes so many disease or the disorder or associated some disorder. So at that condition, which antibiotic is preferred and safe, comparatively safe, that antibiotic you can choose it. Another is the very important drug interaction. This is also another topic or another books, the drug interaction. Nowadays so many disorder or disease will come due to the drug interaction, or commonly it is called the drug induced disease. Some disease or disorder occur due to drug interaction. One drug interact with the other drugs, or drug incompatible with the other drugs. In that condition there is a no pharmacological action. So be careful the drug and their common drug action, drug interaction may know it, otherwise you can do not rectify the prescription. Sometimes a doctor may be wrong prescription. At that condition you comply or you inform the doctors it is a drug interaction or drug incompatibility. Antibiotic resistance already I discussed about. Next is the adverse effect. Obviously the adverse effect, every drug having the adverse effect, but which is the less adverse effect but maximum potentiation, maximum therapeutic activity, you can use those type of. So selection of antibiotic, it is the most important parameter of the pharmacist. You can use a better drugs for better treatment and for the better specific person. This is the most important theme for the selection of the antibiotics. Another is the cost. Everybody where you can use the cost is effective cost, the less cost, low cost, this is very important parameters. Sometimes the two drugs having, one is the high cost, another is the low cost, but high cost drug having the 100% potency, but low cost drug having the 90% potency. You use this at that condition, the low cost of the drug, because they have some therapeutic activity, but cost is the less, because this is very important factor. Otherwise your company, your this pharmaceutical company not increasing. So cost is the another most important factor for the selection of antibiotics. Suppose one doctors one use always high antibiotics and the high cost price, but some company produce same antibiotic by the low cost. So so cost is the obviously before you prescribe the same drug but less cost effective, you can use it. Another factor in choosing the dose as well as the antibiotics. In case of renal efficiency, generally the few types of disorder to affect the antibiotic choice. In case of renal efficiency, that means the renal disorders. In that case, which type of antibiotic is applicable? So before it, you can choose it, the loading and maintenance dose. If the creatinine clearance is the 40 to 60 ml per minute, decrease the dose of 50% of the maintenance usual dose. So renal insufficiency, in that case, their creatinine clearance is 40 to 60. That means that their clearance level is low. At that concentration, their loading dose will be 50% reduced. So that means that if you do 500, in that case you use the 50% dose, that means 250 doses, because the renal efficiency, because otherwise it will be accumulated and toxicity will become. So in the renal efficiency, your dose must be calculated or must be minimized or must be examined. If the creatinine clearance 10 to 40, the decrease the dose 50% and the maintenance dose is double the dose interval. In case of maintenance, usually the interval, but in case of clearance is very low, they decrease the dose and the maintenance dose is double. In case of maintenance dose is double, but the loading dose is the 50% less. In case of hepatic insufficiency, generally another most important factor, hepatic insufficiency, is because liver is the main organ for the metabolism. For the metabolism, liver is the one of the most important for the metabolism. So decrease the total daily dose of 50% in presence of the clinically severe liver disease. So if the liver disease patient, their antibiotic dose should be or must be 50% less. Another is the combined renal and hepatic insufficiency. Sorry, the insufficiency N is missing. Insufficiency. And mode of antibiotic excretion and excretory organ toxicity. In that case, excretory, that means kidney, same, and the excretory are not only the kidney, other excretory organ, lungs, skin, pancreas, they are also, if it is impaired, their dose will be variable. In vitro susceptibility testing, providing the information about the microbial sensitivity of the knot is required at the time. So these are the another important mechanism by which the antimicrobial susceptibility sensitivity test. Nowadays, suppose you are resistant to particular microorganism, how it will be identified and which antibiotic effective for this particular disease. So these are the two methods, generally cup plate method and cylinder method. They are the performed by the in vitro to determine the possible effectiveness of the antibiotics. One is the Dix diffusion method, another is the turbidimetric method. Here is the Dix diffusion method. Dekho, here is the, you prepare some culture media, how it will be identified in case of laboratory, generally a antibiotic resistance or interval which antibiotic is effective for this particular microorganisms. A blood culture, a blood sample will be collected from the patients, and this culture used for a preparation of pre-prepared the culture media. This culture media contain your blood, and ultimately the microorganism will be grow, and after that a diffuse a Dix type of antibiotic solution which are used antibiotic already the Dix is dipped into the antibiotic solution a certain concentration, it will be known concentration, and then is placed in this culture media. The white portion will be occurred, that is called the zone of inhibition. And if this measure it, the zone of inhibition, it is a circle, you can measure it just with the diameter, you can get the total number of area of zone of inhibition. If the greater zone of inhibition that you can use is this type of antibiotics by the Dix diffusion method, one of the method for antibiotic assay, and to which also you are use some antibiotic resistance and which antibiotic is applicable for this particular patient. Another is the dilution method. Which is the dilution method? Here is the, you can see that here is the 6 test tube, and the concentration, first concentration 0 drug concentration, next 0.5, then next 1, 2, 4 and 8 microgram per ml. And which concentration is used for this particular drugs? One is the MIC, minimum effective inhibitory concentration. Here 6 test tube, 0 here the microbial growth occurred, 0.5 here microbial growth, and 1 here microbial growth is occurred. That means that type of concentration which cannot inhibit the growth of the microorganism. But when 2 concentration 2 microgram per ml, the white portion, white or transparent, that means there is no growth of microorganism. In case of 4, there is no growth of microorganism, but in case of 8, there is no growth of microorganisms. So which concentration, tar mane 4, 8, 2, mane 4 to 8 there is a, or more than 2, there is a no growth of microorganisms, but less than 1, it is a growth of microorganisms. So which concentration, which is the minimum effective concentration for use the antibiotics? So which concentration used for this particular antibiotics? Here you can use only ke bolte pare, hello, here only use the 2 because 2 is the minimum inhibitory concentration. If you use 4 is the 4 and 8, it is also used, it is also inhibit the growth of the microorganism, but it is a high concentration, and high concentration produce toxicity or very maximum side effect. So in case of antibody, choose the minimum effective concentration because they here 2, and another also the 4 concentration, the effectivity, the cost effective also high. So 2 is the optimum concentration, the where the microorganism will be inhibited, less concentration of the drugs, so reduce the minimize the side effect and reduce the toxicity as also, and also reduce the cost effective cost also. So 2 concentration is the very useful and perfect drug concentration for this. So it is done by the dilution method, or it is called the tube dilution method. One is the Dix diffusion method, another is the tube dilution method. Why do you use the combination therapy? Next day I think you discuss about why do you use the combination therapy? Next day I discuss with you. Thank you very much for your listening the lecture. If any question, please ask me. Next day we discuss about the why do we use the combination therapy.
স্যার ডিস্ক ডিফিউশনটা একবার বলবেন?
একবার কি বুঝতে পারেনি বলো? দাঁড়াও আগে অনেকগুলো কাজ আছে।